And this blessed night, the Prophet ﷺ said, because in the end, Salamun hiya hatta matla' al-fajr. This night is a blessed night. What will happen on that night? The Prophet ﷺ said in the authentic narration, عدد الملائكة في الأرض كعدد نجوم السماء. The number of angels on earth on that night, as many as the number of the stars. That's why no shooting star will happen on that night. The shayateen will not be able to go up because the angels are going up and down. So the angels on that night on the earth, as many as the number of the stars. That is the best, the Laylatul-Qadr, which is the blessed night. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu reported that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Ramadan has come to you, which is we mentioned in the beginning of our series. And what is relevant to the Laylatul Qadr is the end of the hadith where he said, there is in it, in that hadith, one night that is better than 1,000 months. 1,000 months. Imagine, if you calculate it, so only one night. So I should not miss it. The whole, if I work hard, as the Prophet ﷺ used to tie it his waist, that means metaphorically working hard. Shadd al-mi'zar. That means metaphorically he's working hard for during the last 10 nights. And this is the reward, that one night is equivalent to 1,000 months. So why should I miss this? Why should I miss this? This is very important. He who is denied its goodness is truly deprived of goodness. If you are deprived of this goodness of this night, that means you didn't pray that night, or you are not in the masjid that night, then you are a loser. You lost a lot of things. So that's why the last 10 nights, I have to get myself ready, dedicate myself only for ibadah, in order not to miss this night, which is Laylat-Ul-Qadr. Of course, which night, nobody knows. And there is a secret behind it. There is a wisdom. There is a wisdom. That's why you find some Muslims, they only dedicate themselves and they work hard on the 27th night, as if it is 100% 27th. So 21st, 23rd, no, they are not there in the masjid, for instance. But on the 27th, you will not find a place for your foot, right? The masjids are packed and full. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is a wisdom. He wanted us to dedicate ourselves throughout the month of Ramadan. Allah. So in Bukhari, the Prophet ﷺ and Muslim, in Sahih Muslim, he said, the Prophet ﷺ, seek it this night, on the last 10 nights, If one of you is weak, let him not miss at least the last 7 nights. The last 7 nights. And the knowledge of it, as we said, it is hidden. The Prophet ﷺ said, this is in Bukhari, he said, I was coming to tell you about the time of Laylatul Qadr. He came out and his intention was to inform the Sahaba. What about the Laylatul Qadr? When so and so disputed, see, why we are deprived, why we didn't know now, why we don't know, it's time, because two Muslims, they argued. Two Muslims, they disputed. He said, because so and so disputed, the knowledge of this was raised, taken, and this may be better for you. So seek it on the 9th, 7th, and 5th nights after 20. In the odd nights, in other words. Odd nights, 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, and 29th. So you can see here, because two Muslims, they disputed, the Prophet, Allah made his Prophet to forget it. This means Muslims should not dispute, Muslims should not argue, Muslims should be together. Muslims should not unite upon the truth. Muslims should behave as brotherly. Because if two Muslims see what we lost, otherwise it would have been made known to us. The night of the 27th, this is a Muslim. So that's why it moves. Laylatul Qadr moves during the last 10 nights, the odd ones. And there will never be any contradiction between the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Because someone might pose the question and say, in this hadith they say 27th. It coincided. It happened to be on that night on the 27th. But it doesn't mean that it will fall on the 27th. Okay? Because while we're going to know the signs of Laylatul-Qadr, the signs of Laylatul-Qadr, which the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, we are going to mention them. He said, on the morning of the following Laylatul Qadr, the sun rises without rays. The sun rises without rays. Normally the sun in the morning when it rises, there will be rays. But that night, the night before, the second day, when you can look to the sun and you will find no rays around it. No rays. As if it is just setting. So we conclude that the previous night was the night of the Qadr. This is one sign. The second sign, it is a moderate night. It's neither cool nor hot. Third, no shooting stars. Shuhub, no shooting stars. And we conclude, inshallah, with the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, the dua, which he taught to Aisha, Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. This is what we should repeat through the night of the Qadr, inshallah, or the last 10 nights. May Allah accept our deeds and your deeds, inshallah, and help us, inshallah, not to miss Laylatul Qadr.